Hello, hi, welcome back to our channel. If you are new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And if you are returning, we appreciate the love. I know it has been some time, but we are back. Just bear with us. We just got a lot going on. We've just been super busy, but the school year is slowly winding down, and don't worry, we're gonna be dropping them videos back to back. So as you guys can tell from the title, we're coming back with another Cricut design, another Cricut craft, whatever you want to call it. But we are going to be making some tumblers, well, designing them or however you want to call it. But this is stuff that you can definitely do yourself. It's super easy, it's super fun, and super cute. These are some tumblers that I made for Tracy's birthday. Let's not talk about how long ago that was, but that's besides the point. But they were super fun to make, and I wanted to share this with you guys and see, if you guys wanted to try it out for yourselves. So let's get into the video. So the first thing you want to do is come up with the design or whatever font or title you want to use on your tumbler. As you can guys see in that previous clip, I had up there happy birthday. The next one I had is this wine tasting friends, and these are super easy to create. Some of the fonts are not in Cricut, so you may have to use another website to go get your fonts and then download them into Cricut. I think we did a video showing this, but if not, if you want us to show you how to do it, just drop it in the comments below. We'll show you how to download those fonts that you can use, because some of these fonts on Cricut you do have to pay for. But what you see me doing here is I'm sizing it to fit on the tumbler. It's very important that you make your fonts sizable to fit on anything that you're doing. If it's a tumbler, if it's a water bottle, you want to make sure they fit perfectly, but you also want to make sure you get the perfect font that when you print it, it's not ripping when it's time to weed it. That's one of the things that I've learned over doing these Cricut projects. You want to make sure you use the perfect font for when it's time to weed it, and it doesn't rip when it goes on to whatever that you're using it for. So pretty much what I'm doing here, I'm just making sure everything is perfect, the sizing is correct, everything is, pretty much what I measured on the cup. It fits to the exact measurements on the Cricut. I didn't show you guys before, but what I do is beforehand I'll take a tape measure the width and the height of how much space I'm able to work with, so that way when it's time for it to print on the vinyl, everything is already perfectly set to measurements, and when you cut, you don't have no issues. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm making sure that everything is on point for the Cricut Queen, because you know how she give it up when it comes to her DIY crafts. So this is pretty much what I'm doing in this scene here. And if you're wondering where I got the little wine glass from, y'all better Google. Google got everything. I literally went on Google, found the perfect wine glass that I'm looking for. I saved it to my desktop and I downloaded it into Cricut, and voila, it's right there. So if you're trying to find different type of pieces that you want to use depending on what you're creating, go to Google, y'all. You ain't got to buy nothing. So in this next scene here, you see me getting ready to create the font that I chose for the tumblers. So I'm just sizing it. One thing you want to do is make sure that when you're sizing your font, you don't want it to touch that red line. It's important not to, because you don't want your stuff getting cut off when it's getting printed on the machine. Now it's time for our creations to be made. So y'all see that Cricut going to work. She in there doing what she's doing. I picked gold. I picked a couple different colors because I think I made 13 or 14 tumblers, so I made a whole bunch of different colors. So right now in this scene, you'll see me just weeding the vinyl. Make sure to be very careful when you're doing this part. You don't want anything to rip. You don't want some of your lettering to come off. Some letters like E, and depending on the font that you use, it could be what's some of those letters that got in between spaces? Definitely E. Some of the I's, the A's, the D's, the B's, you want to make sure that you don't, pull up those little spaces in between. Or if they come up, it's great, but it helps you depending on what you're making, it helps you line up what you need to. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just making sure to be very careful when pulling the vinyl off, because I don't want to lose any of the pieces that I need that needs to go in my tumbler. Now I'm getting some transfer tape, and transfer tape is pretty much what you're going to use to pull up the vinyl and transfer it to whatever you're going to be creating. So in this case, I'm going to use the transfer tape to pull up the vinyl to transfer it to the tumbler cup. And you want to make sure to be very careful when you're doing this. You don't want any bubbles, which is why I'm using the little scraper right here that comes with the Cricut. You can also buy it off of Amazon, Michael's, Cricut's website itself. So right here, you just see me making sure to get out all the bubbles because you don't want any of that transferring once you start pulling up your tape. So right now, I'm just pulling it up and everything is rolling so easy. Look at that. Voila. So what you see me doing right here is just lining up the vinyl onto the cup and making sure that it's placed directly in the middle. So that's what you see me doing here. And now I'm just pasting on the tape to the cup. And just like how when we paste on the tape to the vinyl, I'm just going to paste it onto the cup. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Making sure everything is laid down perfectly onto the cup. And I do this for a little while because I want to make sure that the vinyl actually sticks to the cup. You don't want it raising up because eventually it will raise up and come off the cup. We don't want those problems. So just make sure to scrape completely before pulling off the tape from the tumbler. So as you can see, I'm getting ready to pull. And as you see, as I'm pulling the tape away, nothing is raising up, and that's what you want. You want everything to stick down perfectly. That way when you pull up the tape, it sticks right on. And as you can tell, it says birthday queen, so you obviously know that this was Tracy's cup. Like I said, I made different titles for different cups and different fonts, so this was one of them. In the next clip, you'll see all the different cups that I created with the different colors. So rushing, I definitely forgot to take videos of what the tumblers came out looking like, but good thing I did take some pictures. So this is what they look like. So obviously we went to a wine tasting. That's why we have wine tasting friends, and we also have fine like wine. We went to a beautiful, beautiful wine vineyard. It was super nice, super cool, super fun. Tracy, I hope you enjoyed your cups and your birthday. And if you like this video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit the bell. Don't forget to drop it in the comments what kind of videos you guys want to see. Don't forget to share it with other people and all that good stuff. Don't forget to hit us up on Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp. We are on TikTok. Hit us up there too. We love you guys and see you in the next video. Mwah.